Hey guys, welcome back to Rossoneri TV. Today we're going to be discussing match number 37, match between Atalanta and Milan. That was played at the Stadio Azzurri d'Italia. Match, as I said before, match number 37, very important match, of course. Still that fight for Europe is up for grabs. 4 or 5 teams actually fighting for that spot prior to this game. And Milan, of course, they needed a win, and any other result really wasn't going to benefit them in any other way. Milan actually lost this match 2-1 in the last seconds of the match. We're going to be discussing about the whole thing. And really, it's a disgrace to lose it in such a way and pretty much end the dreams of an European spot in such way. Today we're going to be discussing the match, of course, with Adamo, always faithful. Welcome, sir. First of all, quick thoughts about the match in general, Adamo. What did you think? And really your impression and your reaction to that final second of the match.
Well, the first couple minutes of the game, it was pretty high paced for the beginning, but after that, it really slowed down and it got pretty boring. But by the second half, it picked up quite a bit, and Milan started attacking well, and of course there was the return of the legendary Il Farone El Shaarawy, and I was literally crying. I'm not even joking. And but yeah, that last goal was like all credit to Atalanta because that was an amazing goal. It was pretty much unstoppable. Like there was no way you could save that. But of course, in the 90th minute, in extra time, Milan lose it. But yeah, it was. I don't think we played bad, but it wasn't good because Atalanta they're not like a joke. Like they're not a team that you can just think like, oh, it's just Atalanta, because they have a good mix. They have experienced players, they have good young players, and just like great players in general. So like they have like let's say like the Luca, Baselli, Bonaventura, those are like their young players. But yeah, I think we could have done more this game, but I feel I don't know. I just something wasn't there. We attacked well at times, but there's just something missing.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And as you mentioned, Atalanta have a lot of youth players that are very performing very well this season, as a matter of fact, and also a mix of experienced players like Cigarini, Morales. I mean, these guys are mostly they're good players. Dennis up front, always scoring goals for them. They have a pretty solid team, and the way they came into this match was thinking that even though they were pretty much out of the Europe contention a few weeks ago, they're still going for it, and they were still going for a result, and that is something to admire for Atalanta. As I said, full credit to Atalanta because in a way they did deserve this win. They played a great match. Of course, the circumstance was incredible, and the way it happened was incredible as well. But Milan have to understand that a game is 90 minutes long. I understand that they were going for the win, and obviously they were all pushing up. We also saw the substitutions that were demanding, and pretty much were considered as a very attacking formation in those last 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, of course. Pazzini coming on, Tarap coming on. Of course, Milan was going for that second goal, no doubt. And obviously, when you're going for that second goal and when you're playing that much attack, you're risking a lot in the back. And that is exactly what happened. Milan, they really have to be careful on those counterattacks. Of course, it's not an easy task when you're going full out attack, but there needs to be some consideration, some better regrouping, some faster movements, definitely in order to regroup and re-get the ball. And that's exactly what happened for Atalanta, winning it in that way that they did. Now, Adamo, this match, there were a lot of positives, a lot of negatives, of course, but I guess that you could possibly agree with me that probably the most positive thing in this match was the return of El Shaarawy, because really this guy has been out from almost day one of the season, and today him coming back on in that second half was something magical, something incredible, and the way he came in, just incredible. It seemed like he was playing all season. It didn't even seem like he was just coming on fresh. and his movements were amazing, amazing deeks, fast movements, really something promising and encouraging for us Milan fans. What were your impressions on El Shaarawy today, Adamo?
I gotta say, I was like I said before, I was pretty much crying because, like you said, he hasn't been here all season, and again, like you said, he came on like as if he's been playing all season because the energy he showed when he came on the pitch, he showed that he was determined to get another goal. He showed that he was determined to also make the trip to Brazil, which is very important for him and will be very difficult due to him not even being here all season. But yeah, when he came on, it was just there was just something like odd about it. It was just very like magic. I got a crazy feeling in my stomach right when he came on. I don't know what it was, but just seeing his hair on the other side of the pitch was just like, holy shit, he's back. I couldn't believe it. Like it was amazing.
Yeah, really, it was an incredible emotion for all of us Milanisti, of course, to see him back. As I said before, really missed him this season, and hopefully we could see the true him next year without any injury. And obviously, it's gonna be a weapon, an extra weapon for our team, of course. But let's get back to the actual game itself. Many critics, as usual, going around Seedorf. I mean, we've been hearing reports about him all week long, about him getting possibly sacked at the end of the season. Lots of names to replace him and stuff. And once again, Berlusconi pretty much leaving some comments a few days ago regarding him, saying that anyone could possibly do his job, which his words were kind of misunderstood. And once again, Seedorf really didn't understand what he meant by that. And in a way, once again, this could be Berlusconi's reason. This result could be his reason to sack him. And that is something that, in my opinion, is not very fair to Seedorf because the guy, he came in, many people are going to say without experience, which is true. And to put in some winning results, to fight till the end like he did this season, it's definitely not something that everyone could do. And I think I saw some really positive things for him. Unfortunately, the team is not what it is. The mentality is still not 100% recuperated, of course, from the beginning of the year. It's been a tough season, of course, all around. But I think he did a great job for the second half of the season, really. It wasn't expected of him to get a lot of positive results. Winning the Derby last week after 3 years of not winning it, good results for him all around. Now, Adamo, of course, as I said, Berlusconi, this could be his real reason for him to sack him, not qualifying for the Europa League. Do you think Seedorf deserves this kind of treatment? Do you think that he really deserves to be sent out, sacked after some positive results that he showed this year? Or do you think he still deserves a chance to coach another year, maybe a full year, to actually see his true identity?
Yeah, I gotta 100% agree with you because I feel like it makes absolutely no sense to me why they would sack him. Like, it's not like he's done something bad or he's had terrible results that they're sacking him. They're just doing it just because he didn't make it open. But that's not his fault. That's Allegri's fault at the beginning of the season because he is so bad, which makes absolutely no sense how you can give someone like Allegri like 3 or so years and he was clearly mental in some way. But Seedorf, who's actually doing good, you're going to sack before he even gets a mercato, before he even gets a full season with the players when he's doing good. So I don't understand because if you ask me, it's very selfish of the management if they were to sack him because they made him. They pretty much they didn't force him, but it's not like he's gonna say no. But they pretty much made him end his career and retire at Botafogo to come to Milan. So if they were gonna sack him regardless if he wins or lose, why would you appoint him in the beginning? Just if you're gonna quit on the season, you might as well just keep Allegri until the end. Like it literally makes absolutely no sense to me.
Yeah, and to add on to that, just a few comments once again on Berlusconi. It seems that once again the management always imposing on Seedorf and on coaches in general what formation they should be playing, what players they should be playing, and I find this completely wrong. I mean, a coach is there for a reason to make his tactical decisions, his tactical changes and stuff, the players that he wants to play. And once again, the influence of the management plays a big part on the role of the coach in Milan because it's either you do it their way or nothing, right? So, what do you think about this? I mean, don't you think that Sidor should be allowed to make the changes he wants? I mean, of course, okay, I'm not saying this year he's made the best changes every time. We've seen Emmanuelson picked over Deshiyo many times. But still, I just don't like the idea of him um, being influenced from the management to play certain players at certain times. Today's changes, I think they couldn't be more than what it was. I mean, it was perfect changes. Sharawi coming on, Tarap coming on, Patsini coming on. Those are the best possible uh, right decisions that you can make in that second half. To bring on some attackers, you want to obviously get the result. I think it is what it is, but really, I don't like this influence from the management that he's getting. What are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, it's it makes me angry because I don't understand why do you even have a manager if you're gonna tell him what to do? Why doesn't Berlusconi just decide to be, oh hey, I'm gonna be the manager now? Because it's none of your business who he picks to play. It's none of your business who he wants to buy. It's none of your business what tactics he uses. It's none of your business what formation he uses. Because it's his decision. He's doing his job. Berlusconi's not the manager, so it's none of his business to decide who, and especially force who he wants to play, what formations, what this, and like threaten him, saying like, let's say like he says, if you don't do this, I'll sack you or something. I'm not saying he said that, but he probably did somewhere. But yeah, but it makes no sense to me because I don't understand how they can disrespect such a legend for Milan. Like, yes, he hasn't played for Milan his entire career, but he made a big impact. He won a lot of trophies with Milan. And you think, as a former player, that Berlusconi, as their family loves it, bringing in former players, you think he'd show them a lot more respect, especially a lot more than Allegri. But it's completely opposite, and it makes absolutely no sense to me because I don't understand how you can tell a manager how to do his job. He'll do his job, you do your job. Berlusconi isn't doing his job. Berlusconi's not investing money. He's not watching any games. He
Hmm.
doesn't go to trainings, so he's not even doing his job. And he's gonna tell Seahawks what to do. It just drives me insane. I don't understand.
And moving away from the results, so a 2-1 win for Atalanta, guys, which pretty much puts, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, Milan out of contention for the Europa League qualification spot. Uh, really, today, actually, it's in progress as we speak. Torino-Parma, the match that pretty much will decide fully Milan's fate for next season in terms of Europe. With a Torino win against Parma at this time, it will be all over for Milan. 100%, it's over. Next week's match is not even going to be worth anything. What Milan will ideally hope for in this match, obviously, would be a tie, and for both teams to somehow lose next week. But I see it very, very hard indeed for this result to happen. Now, Adamo, next season, incredible because for many weeks, especially since Cedric's arrival, the only thing that has really been a point of discussion besides the Champions League, going as far as possible in the Champions League, the only point of discussion was really that qualification to the Europa League. Now, Milan without that for next season, and the only tournament that they would be possibly playing in would be the Serie A. How do you think that's gonna affect their style? I mean, would it be a good thing for Milan to just play in the Serie A and not think about any European competition, to just solely think on domestic competition instead of going and thinking of Europe as a whole?
I see it as kind of like the Manchester United situation where a lot of their fans are more so happy about it, but I don't know. I'd rather be in the Europa League because like one, you get money from it.
Yeah.
Two, it's a competition to motivate the players. Three, it's another competition, and four, it attracts more players. But I I'm okay with not being in it because it's kind of like Inter. Like we can have a successful season because we have nothing else to worry about.
Mhm.
But the only thing is, we have a lot of players on our team that don't play for the shirt. They only play for the money and trophies.
Right.
So if there's no trophies to be won,
Mhm.
they're probably not going to perform well because they'll have no motivation. So it kind of scares me what's going to happen. But hopefully, most of those players get sold in the summer.
Mhm.
Um, of course, it'll be the return of Mafri, most likely, because it doesn't
Yeah.
seem like Fiorentina want him. Nocerino. But yeah,
That.
hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully,
It's definitely all players that Milan has to get rid of this summer, guaranteed.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it's either on loan or they sell. Probably, I mean, hard to buy those players, especially Matthew, but these guys need to go on loan somewhere. Milan, I think what they need to do is revamp this team, obviously, and honestly, uh, this next season they're gonna have to solely think about doing well in the league, in the Serie A. Hopefully, this actually is gonna give them less pressure. I mean, because guys, I don't know if you know, but if Milan was gonna end in sixth place, um, they would have to start the season very early. As a matter of fact, they would have to start at the end of July already, performing in European qualifiers. And I mean, starting the season 3 4 weeks before everyone else could really play a big part in the fatigue in the middle of the season or at the end of the season. So I think it's important for Milan to just focus on the league itself next season, on the domestic competition, and take it from there. Hopefully, have a team, of course, that is gonna get some players that are gonna really appreciate playing for the shirt. They're gonna want the best for the team, and it's gonna be tough, of course. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, but a top three finish next season is definitely probably the goal of Milan, for sure. Um, is that what you think, Adam?
yeah, yeah. Pretty much 100% agree because, like you said with the fatigue, it's a big factor. A lot of people that don't know much about the sport or haven't played or anything, fatigue can pretty much lose you games. Like Italy in the Euro Cup in 2012 against Spain, 4-0. Fatigue played a big part in that, but that's obviously no excuse because we could have done better in a way. But yeah, like you said, I think it could be good that we're not in the Europa League because again, with the fatigue and there's less things to worry about. Plus, we'll have an advantage on the top five teams. So the teams that are in the top five going to Europa League, Champions League, whatever, will have a big advantage on them because we won't have to deal with it. It's like Roma this year. They were very fit because they had nothing else to worry about. They could have easily won the league if Juventus wasn't top team as they are in Serie A because I'm pretty sure this is, if I'm not mistaken, the most points Roma has ever gotten ever in the
Yeah.
league, but they still haven't won, which is it's pretty insane. But full credit to them because I don't think anybody expected a team like Roma that was last year to come in second place with so many points. But yeah, I gotta fully agree with you.
And guys, to end it off, just another issue that I just thought of in the match. Once again, some racist actions from fans. In the past few weeks, we saw examples of to stop this racism. It's not a nice thing, of course. And once again, we saw it by the Atalanta fans by throwing a banana on the pitch. De Jong and Mexes were actually applauding the fans, ironically, and it's just disgraceful to see it once again today, and in today's sport, of course. It's incredible to still see these actions from these stupid fans, because that's what they are. And honestly, there needs to be some more sanctions or something else to stop all this together. So, guys, thanks for watching. Next match, of course, the last match of the season will be next week, next Sunday, against Sassuolo at the San Siro. Milan will obviously be looking to get the win and to end the season on a high note, I guess, just to get those 3 points and obviously to stop and think about their season and look at it overall. And guys, also as we remember, the Sassuolo match was something that Milan fans really didn't like last time around when they lost against Sassuolo. So obviously, this is something that Milan will want to win. Um as I said before, the Europa League is almost out of the question, 99% out of the question. So Milan are pretty much gonna have a match just like that to play for and get the 3 points. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Damo, for joining me as usual. And we'll be back for next week's match against Asolo, the last match of the season, on Rossoneri TV. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Match reviews, news, previews, and more, much more coming to Rossoneri TV in the coming weeks. So don't forget to subscribe. Also follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook for more daily news as it happens. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on Sunday. This has been Rossoneri TV signing out. And as usual,
Forza Milan!
ciao guys. Take care.